Good morning. Welcome to Dairy State Vegan. I'm Mariah, your Dairy State Vegan, and today I'm going to take you along on a Saturday quarantined what my family eats in a day, including what my 7-month-old eats in a day. As you see, I got dressed up for brunch in my house. So let's go make the coffee, start making brunch, and get our day going. Stay tuned. Okay, so there's this restaurant in Milwaukee called Blue's Egg, and they have the most delicious stuffed hash browns. So for brunch, I was gonna be ambitious and make stuffed browns, but then I realized I never successfully get them stuffed, so I'm just gonna make loaded hash browns. And this is actually gonna be really low maintenance because when I went shopping for quarantine, I made sure to buy things frozen that lasted a little longer. So in some olive oil, I'm going to saute up some of the seasoning blend. It's literally just peppers and onions frozen with a little parsley, onions and celery. And I'm gonna put some kale in it. And then once this gets sauteed down and nice and sweaty, I'm going to slice up these Beyond sausage brats and put those in it. And while I'm cooking all of this, I'm just gonna put some shredded hash browns on a pan with some olive oil and get those cooked up, salt and pepper. And I made gravy the other night because I made KFC bowls and I have leftover of that. So I'm gonna top everything with the sausage gravy, and that's gonna be brunch. Super, super simple. Okay, my first batch of hash browns, I didn't get super, super crispy because I'm gonna throw these in the oven while I make the second batch on the griddle, and they'll crisp up in there. We have 3 adults and a preteen who eats more than probably any of us, and a baby to feed, so we need lots of hash browns. I'm gonna pop these in the oven to stay hot, but also crisp up around the edges and the top, and I'm gonna start the second batch, and then we'll start working on the Beyond sausages. All right, since the oven's on anyways, I was gonna make some of these Pillsbury crescent rolls. They're accidentally vegan, everybody likes them, they'll go good with brunch, so I'm gonna throw these in on the same sheet pan as the hash browns. All right, our hash browns are crispy. They're gonna stay hot while these bake. And then this is sauteed down enough. So I am going to add our Beyond sausages. I'm gonna heat up this leftover gravy. The brunch will be ready. All right, everything's ready so people can assemble as they please. Gravy. And I'm gonna show you what I put on Dax's plate. So Dax is 7.5 months. He's still not eating a lot. He's not like overly interested in food. So I just gave him a little bit, like one of the sausages cut up into fingers, some of the shredded hash browns, and then some of the kale. Let's see if I can get you better lighting here. Some of the kale, onion, pepper mixture. And he might eat a lot of this, or it might all end up on the ground, but at least he's trying it. All right, so for Dax, I literally just use this plate so that I can have it to the side and portion out what I put on his tray. Because if we put too much on there at one time, it all ends up on the ground. And this plate, especially, we've learned, just ends up on the ground. So I wish I had one of those babies that would eat off one of those super cute bamboo plates. He's not that baby. We just give him little bits at a time, and then he tends to eat more if we do it that way. I'm just gonna drink my coffee while he's eating, and then I'll set up my brunch once he's done eating, because I have to pay so much attention to make sure he doesn't choke. It's just more enjoyable to eat my breakfast when I'm not also having to man a baby. All right, this is his first time having like sauteed onions and things, and he's inhaled them. You want more? Is that good? Say hi. Say, stop recording me, woman. There you go. Mmm. Is that delicious? You're not even eating the potatoes or the sausage. Just going after the veggies. Good job. All right, so He actually ate quite a bit. He's not so good with the sippy yet. We're getting there. You want it? He just like chews on it. But he usually doesn't eat this much. He inhaled that veggie mix. I actually gave him more. And there's not a ton down by. There's a little bit in his bib. But he actually like ate a good amount today. Was that good breakfast, Daxton? Baba, was that delicious? So we're doing baby-led weaning with him, which is what I did with my now 11-year-old before I even knew it was a thing. Basically, he just eats what we cut it into appropriate sizes based on the age. And we let him kind of pick and choose. And if he doesn't eat, that's fine. And if he eats it all, that's fine too. You gotta pick it up, buddy. So if you want more information on baby-led weaning in my videos, let me know and I'll make one for you. Right now we're offering him 1 to 2 meals a day. Still, milk is his #1 nutrition source. Okay, Dax is napping. I took a little nap with him too, full disclosure, but he's still sleeping. So I'm gonna make some 2-ingredient sweet potato flatbreads. They're super good for him just to eat as like a snack. I can freeze them. We can also use them with hummus, and they're really, really easy. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that now. Okay, first step, get a sweet potato. Surprise, right? Sweet potato flatbread. If you have like a steamer pan or something, you can steam this. I'm just going to poke it and put it in my microwave for like 7 minutes, see how done it is. And then if it is not quite done enough, I'll put it in for a few more minutes. We just want this to cook through. Don't worry about peeling it because once it's cooked, the skin actually comes off pretty easily without you having to peel it. So don't waste the time. Just make sure you poke some vent holes in here so this guy doesn't explode in your microwave. Okay, so this goes without saying, but this potato is very hot. So be careful, whether you steam it or microwave it like I did. Make sure you're not burning yourself. I'm gonna kind of cut the skin away like that, and then we're going to scoop it. We're going to attempt this with a 2-fork method. We'll see what happens. You want to work with the sweet potato when it's really, really hot because it will make a softer, more tender flatbread. So even though everything in you is going to tell you to wait for this to cool down to work with it, don't. Just use your forks as your hands until it's cool enough for you to handle. Okay, so I'm just going to mash this up a little bit. Okay, and then to this I'm going to add about 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You could use whole wheat flour too if you wanted it less processed. And then keep using your fork to kind of combine this until it's manageable with your hands. Now you're going to work this together till it forms a soft dough. If you have a hard time getting that dough together because it's a little too dry, go ahead and add warm water, 1 tablespoon at a time. Did you wake up? Hi, Mom is making you some snacks. So once everything's all incorporated, we should have this nice ball of dough. And then we're ready to start forming it into the flatbread. So because I'm making these primarily for Dax, even though we'll probably eat some, I'm going to make the balls a little bit smaller. Oh, there he goes. So I'm going to roll these kind of like 1-inch balls and just put them back in your mixing bowl. If you wanted to be real technical, you could weigh them out to make sure they're all the same size and shape, but I'm just not that technical. Okay, once you have your little dough balls all in balls, you're going to roll them out on a lightly floured surface. If you're worried about them staying nice and round, just pinch the edges before you start rolling them out. Lightly flour. Again, I'm making mine really small because they're more meant for Dax. I'm sure we will eat them with hummus and stuff as well. But this is supposed to be just like a nutritious little snack for them to nibble on throughout the day. I did not do a good job at keeping this round, did I? You want them to be like a little thicker than a flour tortilla. See that? And just set it to the side and do the rest. All right, now obviously my dough ball is gonna make a lot more than these 3. I'm gonna take these and show you how to griddle them up, and then we'll do a little taste test, and then I'll finish my own, the rest of it off camera. All right, so I am preheating this griddle pan. You can use a crepe pan or just any flat surface pan you have that gets good and hot. I'm gonna throw these on here. Let them cook for about 45 seconds each side before you flip. All right, we're gonna flip it again. Ooh, look at that. See that like iconic flatbread bubbling you're getting? Once it starts really bubbling throughout, you know it's getting cooked. You're just going to go a little bit longer. You don't want to burn it, but you want to get those nice air pockets. Okay, one more flip. There you have it, our homemade sweet potato flatbread. I'm going to make the rest, and then I'll come back and show you Daxton's taste test. All right, Jeff is testing it out. What do you think, babe?
Pretty good. Need some like butter, like dipping.
Well, yeah, it's meant for dipping in things. Give Dax a bite. Look at him. He's licking his lips like, Dad, give me some.
Still really hot though.
We'll blow on a piece for him.
Here.
Ah.
There you go.
Ooh, is it good? He likes it. He's trying to suck it back in his mouth. Nom nom. Success.
Yep.
Nutritious little treat. And maybe better suited for the high chair.
And every time it's like, here, come out of my mouth. Give it back.
There you go.
Pretty good.
Yummy.
Isn't it?
Okay, so as you can see, this made a ton of little flatbreads. If I was serving these right away, I'd have them covered with a towel to hold heat in, but I'm going to freeze most of these, and then we can just toast them and heat them up as Dax wants them or as we want them. I have some garbanzo beans coming from Shipped today, which if y'all have not used Shipped, again, not sponsored, but during quarantine, everybody needs to share some tips. I have been using Shipped for a lot of my grocery shopping. And they drop it at the door. It makes it super easy, and then I don't have to take my kids out to the grocery store. So I'm actually going to leave a code down below. You can get $10 off an annual subscription if you don't already have one. It is so, so convenient. They deliver for me from Meijer, Target, CVS, Petco, and somewhere else. I can't remember, but it's super, super convenient. I ordered like $150 worth of groceries. Will be good for a couple of weeks, and I am making flatbreads while my grocery shopping is being done for me. So I'll leave a link down below. Super convenient, especially during quarantine. Keep yourself safe, your family safe, and healthy, and make sure you have food on the table. It is finally becoming smoothie weather. So I'm gonna make a smoothie. Using mixed berries. I'm gonna put in some frozen kale. Good way to get some greens in. A couple of dark sweet cherries. This is a good way to sweeten up your smoothie without adding like juice or sugar. I'm gonna add half a banana. They're not super ripe, but I like it for the creaminess. I'll just eat the other half or give it to Dax. I'll probably just eat it. Unsweetened almond milk. Then some chia seeds, good for protein, omega-3s, fiber. I just eyeball it, but I throw in a couple of tablespoons. Okay, and then I made a bunch of flatbreads. So I'm actually going to make like a garbanzo bean mash for myself for lunch. basically like egg salad, but instead of eggs, chickpeas. If I was using the whole can, I'd just strain it, but I'm trying not to use the whole can, so I'm going to leave the juice in there so I can put the rest in the fridge. Okay, I'm going to do this fast because my camera just died. I charged it for a little bit, and I have 9 minutes, and I have to charge it again. So, vegan mayo. As much or as little as you want. Yellow mustard. Salt. Black pepper. I like to add some dried dill. And we're just going to mash this up. I'm going to come back when it's done and show you what my lunch is. Alright, so this is my lunch. I just took 4 of the sweet potato flatbreads, some olives, some chickpea mash. You could add some black salt to this to give it a little bit of an eggy flavor. I have it. I just chose not to add it today. And then a big honkin' smoothie. Not the prettiest color, but it'll taste delicious. And pretty simple and really flippin' cheap. We are ready to go on a little walk. Dax has this adorable Oogie Boogie costume that he wore for Halloween. That's super warm and actually perfect for walks right now. And with everyone being quarantined, we thought it would be really cute to put him in it. And then I got him these little, they're called creamies. They're like coconut milk with dried fruit and veggies, like little snacks. So he has those for his walk. And we're just going to go take a walk. Enjoy the sunshine. Yeah. He just woke up, so he's a little dazed. And now I'm making you walk. Hey, bud? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, we've gone real gourmet tonight. Dax has some black olives, tomato, avocado, some shredded Daya cheese, and then some refried beans and Beyond taco meat. I cheat a little bit on the baby led weaning with this. This, I'll preload the spoon for him and let him put it in his mouth, but I also control it so it doesn't end up on my wall. Because you like to put food on the wall, right? Okay, I'll get you food. Cody's tacos have refried beans and taco meat. Tomatoes, lettuce.
Not real taco meat.
Well, of course. Good dinner?
Yes.
Pretty simple in our household tonight. You ate all the olives? Except for one?
Are they by his side?
No, it's in his mouth.
We're all in his mouth at the same time?
No, but he just swallowed another one. You're doing so good. Apparently he likes olives. High five, just like mama. Okay, fist bump. Alright, so my dinner, I just made my tacos kind of traditional. That's tofutti, sour cream. And on my beans, I put some salsa verde, tofutti, hot jalapenos, olives, and avocado. And actually, I have to get this Valentina, the like extra hot one, the black label, is so good. So I'm going to put this on my tacos too. Dax is still crushing some olives, but Jeff is helping him while I can eat my food.
That looks really
I can't fix it. That's a fat. Don't do that angle. No. Alright, y'all. I think that's about all she wrote today. If I eat anything else, it'll probably just be a spoonful of peanut butter. I'm going to take advantage of just chilling out with my hubs on the couch, watching his home renovation YouTube videos.
Gotta learn how to renovate a home.
Probably drink a glass of wine. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what we ate today. It wasn't super crazy. Pretty simple meals. Just an easy way to show you it's super simple to eat vegan on a budget while quarantined. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for letting me show you it's easy to be vegan, even in the dairy state, and even on quarantine. Bye.
Bye.